Welcome to the Texas South Plains Honor Flight Telethon, brought to you by Plains Capital Bank.
We are moving right along to our $45,000 goal. We are about $15,000 away from that, so please continue to call in your donations, 855-367-6430. You can also text Honor Flight, no spaces, to 53555. You'll get a link to donate, and we're so grateful for donors like the Greater Southwest Rotary Club.
Absolutely, Bonnie. We couldn't do this without your support and the generosity from those here in the community. Why donate to the South Plains Honor Flight?
Because we had a lot of members in our Rotary Club that were veterans and or part of the Honor Flight and really passionate about the Honor Flight.
And what have you heard about that? Why is it so special to them?
Because it's someplace they get to go and they are honored and people actually recognize what they did.
And I know that just in the legacy of Rotary Club, you do have a lot of veterans.
Yes, and there's quite a few veterans in our club right now even that probably aren't maybe old enough for this yet or haven't thought about it. So
thank you so much for this donation. And you know, Case, that's one of those things where you think they just haven't thought about it, but we want you to be a part and be recognized.
Yes, anyone who serves can apply to be a part of the Texas South Plains Honor Flight. And we've got Rotary Clubs lined up the rest of the afternoon. We got a lot more to get to. They got to get back to work and answer these phones though, so please make them ring. In the meantime, the Honor Flight is our time to say thank you to our nation's heroes, but our veterans, they oftentimes want to say thank you for supporting this trip of a lifetime.
Very touching. I've never seen anything as well put as this whole trip. And that monument of the Seabees, I really enjoyed it.
Jerry Rainwater is a Navy veteran, the lone Seabee on the Texas South Plains Honor Flight, which gave him a chance to see that National Seabee Memorial in Washington.
It's an honor to have served for America.
His pride in serving as a Seabee runs deep, even getting a tattoo showing he was part of naval construction forces in Vietnam.
While I was there, I ran a runway sweeper at the Da Nang Air Base, and then they took me off that and put me in charge of 42 Vietnamese that we did just odd jobs all over Da Nang and built culvert and took care of the maintenance on the air base. And then I came home in August of '68.
But not to a welcome like he and other veterans experienced on the Honor Flight. This gratitude shown to them, even the simple phrase, thank you, means so much.
I just don't know how much I can express that. I've never heard that before, not anything like it. And the whole trip has just been amazing.
The 3 days in D.C. creates many opportunities for us to show our appreciation, to honor these veterans, to give them an experience they never would have had.
It really makes you feel special. I mean, it's a real special occasion. You know, we're real lucky to make the flight.
For Lloyd Johnson, he says his whole perspective on his 21 years of service has now changed.
This has changed my life, you know, being here, listening to other people talk about the experiences. It opened my mind more, I think, about the way I used to feel about being a veteran.
He says he was lucky to make it back from Vietnam and has never been among other veterans to share those experiences until now.
Oh, it's changed my mind and making me look at it a different way, everything I've been through, we've been through.
The cheers, the surprises, the honor. Johnson says it's genuine and overwhelming.
This is way more than what I expected.
But as they experience the gratitude of a grateful nation, the veterans extend it back to everyone who makes the Texas South Plains Honor Flight possible.
And thank the people of Lubbock for all the work that went in to raise the money to get the flight. Yeah. And I know it's time to start again then.
It is time to start again, and we're so grateful for the Caprell Classic Car Club here for the $1,000 donation. Bob is also a veteran, so Bob, thank you for your service.
Thank you, Case.
Why do you guys donate to the Honor Flight?
Well, first off, we like to raise money for local charities, and as we got to looking at our car club members and the number of people who'd been in the military and had served, this came up as one of the things we felt like we needed to support. You know, so many of our veterans never have that opportunity to go to D.C. to see everything that's there, I was fortunate to be stationed just south of D.C., so I got to go, but so many don't. And we just felt like this was really, really important to be able to do, to help people go see what's there for them, see those memorials.
Yeah, you were telling me in that story you got to do the etching at the Vietnam Wall. What's something like that? What does that mean to a veteran to do that?
Okay. Well, I was a Vietnam-era veteran, didn't serve in Vietnam, but I was there. And as you get to look at the wall, you see the names of people that, in my case, some people I knew who'd been drafted out of school with me. And being able to see that was very, very emotional, very touching, and also very rewarding to know that they're being honored for what they did for each one of us.
Well, we can't thank the Car Club enough for making it possible for more veterans to go. Bob, thank you again for your service.
Well, thank you.
Christine?
You know, we can't do this without your donations. It's about $250,000 a trip, $250,000 to make this trip happen, and you make that possible. 855-367-6430. You know, we just heard something that I think is so impactful, is they weren't proud to be a veteran before the trip, and it made them proud to be a veteran, and that's something that is so special. That's not something you can buy. That's not something that you can convince a veteran of. It is this trip that does that, and it's an opportunity for them to truly be thanked. You know, we had, whenever we were walking through Dulles, we had one of our veterans who kind of lost his footing, and I stopped him and I held him for a few minutes and I asked if he was okay, and he said, "I'm just overwhelmed." And he had never been thanked. He had never had an opportunity to be proud to be a veteran, and this gives our veterans a chance to just simply be thanked.
And every donation matters, no matter how big. And we have another pie here.
Oh,
Okay,
So Christy's mom actually got the first one, but we have another John Robinson famous pecan pie. If someone calls in a $250 donation and says you want the John Robinson pie, you can come by and pick it up. So please call, and we just hope that any donation you make, it does matter, I should say. So thank you to everyone who's donated.
Case has said $10 is a meal during our trip. Every dollar matters. Please help us get another flight off the ground for our veterans. Again, you can just text, even if you don't want to call, and just text Honor Flight, all one word, to 53555, or call us. Make these phones ring. Give our veterans and our volunteers something to do back behind us. We can't make this trip possible without you. $250, the first person who calls and says you want John Robinson's pie, it's all yours.
Let's go to Shania for the weather.